On my very first day as a police officer, I received a call. I headed to the scene alone, thinking this was just a simple burglary case. Gun drawn, I cautiously entered the house, alert as I moved through the rooms. Suddenly, I heard a sound behind me and quickly spun around, firing a shot. The gunshot startled the woman in the house. I immediately realized there had been some kind of misunderstanding. So I explained that I was there to investigate a case, but the woman went completely crazy, ranting and raving at me. She lunged forward and started hitting me. As a police officer, I couldn't fight back. I could only try to dodge her attacks. Then, she suddenly wrapped her arm around my neck in a chokehold. I started to lose consciousness as we both crashed to the ground together. Finally breaking free from her grip, I turned to look back and was shocked to discover the woman was dead. I was completely stunned. There she lay with her eyes closed tight. I slowly turned her head to the side and realized she had completely stopped breathing. Not knowing what to do, I quickly contacted my colleague. It wasn't until my partner Mike came over, scolding me as he approached, that I snapped back to reality. He was complaining that I had run off without telling him. Mike was about to head upstairs to investigate when he discovered the body. After I told him what had happened, he didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Mike explained that the woman's name was Anna, a regular at the police station. She usually called to report people illegally parking nearby while meeting their lovers, too disruptive to the neighborhood. I had mistaken it for a burglary, which led to this whole mess. Mike was deeply troubled. He had warned me from the start not to go around killing people, or it would cause a string of problems. Since Anna's husband was a well-known businessman in town, her death couldn't be covered up. Mike would have to report it to his superiors. But then he quickly realized how serious this was. While I was at Anna's house, Mike had been having an affair with his lover. If this got reported, Mike would be implicated too and lose his job.
At this point, Mike was completely torn.
I got a baby coming. Then why the fuck you go and bash a woman's head in, Will? It was my #1 piece of advice!
Frustrated, he kicked over a nearby basket, spilling its contents all over the floor. As he hurriedly picked things up, he discovered the scattered items were all cash, adding up to $1 million. Mike had never seen so much money in his life, and suddenly he wasn't conflicted anymore. Mike called me over and told me his plan. We could help me get off the hook by staging this as a murder during a burglary. All we had to do was mess up the scene and move the money. After thinking it over, I agreed with Mike's idea. So we started ransacking the place, then casually sat in the room and had a drink to prove we had been at the scene when it happened. That's why the burglary occurred. Next, we both went out on patrol separately. To make an impression on people, Mike pulled over a beautiful woman and gave her a speeding ticket.
What the hell, Terry? Since when is 4 over a ticket?
Sorry, Bob. I just gotta do my job.